Welcome. This episode shows how my wife and I managed our contractor's installation of granite in our bathtub and vanity areas. This is the second episode of my two-part series on upgrading to granite in a bathroom. In this episode, we'll reiterate the importance of selecting a good granite company, explain how we manage the execution of our granite contract. I'll then provide step-by-step accounts of how our granite technicians mounted, cemented, and installed the granite in our bathtub and vanity areas. And I'll finish up with some of my wife's final touches in a video tour of our new granite bathtub and vanity areas. I would like to reiterate that your selection of a granite company is by far the most important step of this process. Installing granite in your home is a permanent or quasi-permanent upgrade similar to the patio upgrade I covered in 6 of my earlier episodes. Consequently, it's absolutely imperative that you pick a good contractor. Similar to any complex project, there are a lot of things that can go wrong. It's very important to select a competent company with highly skilled professional granite installers. With 5 or 6 great recommendations for our company, my wife and I met with this company, looked through their showroom, obtained their price and schedule, and selected them. During our first meeting with our granite company to discuss our contract, I observed that they knew what they were doing. They recommended a straightforward and easy to understand contract that clearly described the price and schedule. It also clearly defined our requirements as the customer, their requirements as the granite contractor, and their installation schedule. I covered this contract information in detail in part 1 on how to prepare for your granite upgrade, so I'm not going to reiterate all this now. However, it's important for you to know that our management efforts ensured that our contractor strictly satisfied their contractual requirements through the completion of that project. In other words, I tracked all contractual items to ensure that they were properly accomplished. You will soon see that they proved to be a reputable company. They had no problems meeting all their contractual requirements per their schedule and price commitments with very high quality results. I'll provide step-by-step descriptions of the installation, starting with the bathtub area and finishing up with the vanity. This is a valuable tutorial because it shows exactly what must be accomplished to complete a granite installation. Our granite technicians had a small job prior to arriving at our house and arrived at 10 a.m. However, they worked until finishing that evening at 10 p.m. and took very few breaks. Bottom line is they finished the job in one day as promised in the contract, and as you'll see, this was a lot of work. All of our granite pieces were very clean and free of dust, so I allowed our granite technicians to place them in our adjoining bedroom until they were ready for installation. They started by fitting and cementing this top right tub area granite cover in place. Most of the pieces were cut precisely. However, in some cases they had to perform some minor grinding to get them to fit perfectly. They next installed this top left piece of granite. They continued with installations of the granite step and the right side of this step. They then installed the left side of the step. As required, they used some of these shims to ensure all of the granite pieces were perfectly level with one another. This shows how the granite techs installed the narrow piece next to the wall and double-checked the measurements for the narrow piece just above the step. With the front step installed, the tub area was starting to shape up. The techs then installed the right and center splash guards. With the left splash guard installed, the techs then caulked all of the seams between the granite pieces. With their precision granite fits and professional caulking, it is very difficult to identify these seams today. Lastly, in the bathtub area, they caulked around the perimeter of the tub. Next, they moved on to the vanity installation. They disconnected the vanity plumbing and removed the old vanity top from the wall and cabinet. Until they were completely removed, as shown here. Next, they cemented and installed the granite vanity top. They then moved on to preparing to mount the sinks. Using this maximum strength construction adhesive, they mounted the sinks on the underside of the granite. As I mentioned in part 1, these sinks can easily be replaced if they incur any damage, such as scratches, chips, or discoloring. Our granite techs then cemented the vanity backsplashes in place. My wife, who is an experienced interior designer, determined that these silver mirror frames provided too much silver and gray with the additional gray from the granite. To correct this, she purchased some black chalk paint from Michael's Art and Craft Supplies and applied it to the frames to achieve this decorative accent with the mirrors. My wife is an accomplished interior designer, so I assigned her the responsibility for adding the finishing touches to our bathroom. As you can see, she did a truly outstanding job. Earlier in the episode, I mentioned that the most important action in support of a granite upgrade is selecting the best granite installation company. As shown by the quality and professionalism of this work, our granite company is among the best. Please enjoy this video tour of their work and my wife's decorative touches. This concludes part 2 on managing your bathroom granite installation. At this time, I'm moving on to my next project. You're more than welcome to follow. In addition, if you have a great project that you want to post on my YouTube channel, email me some pictures and a brief description of it. If it qualifies for the Let's Fix It Right standards to help others, I'll interview you over the phone as a guest do-it-yourselfer, produce a high-quality video, and post it on my Let's Fix It Right channel. For the year following this posting, I'll share 50% of the potential YouTube benefits with you. If you have any subject matter requests or recommendations, please contact me. All of this said, I recommend that you subscribe to my channel, follow my projects, and save a bundle of money doing it.